Many sincere seekers go through this phase. You begin your spiritual sadhana with honesty and intention. For a few days, things feel right. There is calm, there is clarity, there is even joy. And then, slowly, life steps in. Work pressure, family responsibilities, mental fatigue, emotional ups and downs. Nothing dramatic happens. The practice just quietly fades away, and a familiar question appears. Why is it so hard for me to stay disciplined? If this feels familiar, stay with me. First, let me say this very clearly. This is not because you are weak. It is not because you lack sincerity. And it is not because you are unfit for spiritual life. This happens to many sincere seekers. The real issue here is not indiscipline. The real issue is overwhelm. And understanding this difference changes everything. This struggle is not new. Pathanjali, in the Yoga Sutras, addressed this very clearly. That is why spiritual sadhana does not begin with intensity or force. It begins by understanding how life, mind, and energy actually function. When spiritual practice collapses, this wisdom does not ask, "Why didn't you try harder?" Instead, it asks a gentler and wiser question. What is interrupting the flow? Here is the key insight. Spiritual sadhana does not fail because the practice itself is weak. It fails because life is running unconsciously. When daily life is filled with constant reaction, mental noise, emotional pressure and exhaustion, then sadhana slowly becomes something extra, something optional. And optional things are the first to disappear when life feels heavy. This does not mean you should force yourself harder. It means discipline is being asked to do a job it was never meant to do alone. The yogic understanding of inner practice sees this clearly. That is why continuity is valued more than intensity, and return is valued more than perfection. So let us be very clear here. When life overwhelms you, you should not give up spiritual sadhana completely. And you should also not force yourself to continue it at full intensity. Spiritual practice offers a third way. When pressure rises, reduce the practice, but never break the connection. Shorten it, simplify it, make it gentle. Even a minute of awareness, even a few conscious breaths, even silent remembrance. This is still sadhana. In the Yoga Sutras, this continuity of practice is called abhyasa. Not as rigidity, but as the willingness to return again and again, over time, without self-judgment. And if you miss a day or many days, do not carry guilt. Guilt does not restore discipline. Guilt only breaks continuity. The moment guilt appears, practice feels heavy again. In authentic spiritual practice, returning without self-judgment is more important than maintaining an unbroken streak. The path is not broken by falling away. It is broken only when we stop returning. One thing should be understood clearly. What we are speaking about here applies to the starting stage of the spiritual journey, when a seeker is learning how to stay connected amid life's pressures. As one progresses deeper, the nature of discipline changes. For an advanced seeker, distractions no longer weaken sadhana. They strengthen it. Challenges stop being obstacles and become tests, refining willpower, clarity, and inner stability. At that stage, there is no confusion about whether to continue. Practice does not stop, it only deepens. But we do not begin there. First, continuity is learned, then strength is forged. So if life feels heavy right now, remember this. Do not abandon the path. And do not fight yourself either. Stay connected in the smallest, simplest way possible. And if you fall away, return gently. Discipline is not built by never slipping. It is built by returning without punishment. Keep the thread alive. That alone is enough.